Go to your spice rack right now, open it, look at those jars: cinnamon, turmeric, paprika, garlic powder, familiar, trusted, safe, wrong. That cinnamon contains coumarin, liver toxin. That turmeric, lead chromate added, yellow poison. That paprika was dyed with Sudan red, carcinogenic, illegal. That garlic powder is mostly rice flour and anti-caking agents, barely any garlic. Your spice rack is a contamination factory. Lead, pesticides, mold toxins, sawdust. You're sprinkling poison on your family's dinner every single night thinking you're adding flavor. 10 brands to never buy, 2 that won't kill you. And number 1, that authentic brand you paid premium for. Made in a UK factory from the cheapest contaminated imports available. Your nan trusted these brands. You trusted these brands. Time to stop. Let's start checking labels. Number 10, MasterFoods ground cinnamon. That red and white jar in every Australian pantry. Your nan had it, your mum has it, you probably have it right now. MasterFoods, owned by Mars, global food giant, trusted for generations. Here's what they don't tell you. That's not cinnamon, not real cinnamon. It's cassia, cheap Chinese cassia sold as cinnamon because Australian labelling laws allow it. Real cinnamon is Ceylon cinnamon, from Sri Lanka. Delicate, sweet, expensive. Cassia is from China. Harsh, bitter, cheap. Completely different species, sold under the same name. Why does this matter? Coumarin. Cassia contains high levels of coumarin, a compound that damages your liver. Ceylon cinnamon has trace amounts. Cassia has dangerous amounts. If you're using MasterFoods cinnamon daily on your porridge, in your coffee, on your toast, you're consuming liver-damaging levels of coumarin. European food safety agencies set strict limits on coumarin. Germany specifically warns against daily cassia consumption. Australia, no warnings, no limits. Mars keeps selling cassia as cinnamon, and you keep buying it. But coumarin is just the beginning. Lead. Chinese cassia has been found with lead contamination. The soil, the processing. Lead ends up in the final product. You're sprinkling lead on your child's breakfast. Go grab your MasterFoods cinnamon. Open it, smell it, sharp, almost burning. That's cassia, not cinnamon. Real Ceylon cinnamon smells sweet and delicate. This smells aggressive. Taste a pinch, bitter, harsh, burns your tongue. Real cinnamon is sweet and mild. This is cheap cassia wearing a cinnamon label. Your nan trusted this, fed you this. She didn't know. Mars didn't tell her. They still haven't told you. For home cooks using MasterFoods cinnamon daily, thinking you're adding healthy spice, you're consuming coumarin, liver toxin, from Chinese cassia sold as cinnamon, with potential lead contamination, while Mars profits from the labeling loophole. Trusted for generations, not cinnamon. Chinese cassia with coumarin. Think cinnamon's bad? Wait until you see what's in your garlic powder. Number 9, Spice & Co. garlic powder. Woolworth's house brand. Budget spice range, $2 for a jar. Seems like value. It's not garlic. Read the ingredients. Garlic, anti-caking agent, silicon dioxide, calcium silicate. Those anti-caking agents, they make up more of the product than the label suggests. Silicon dioxide is sand. Calcium silicate is chalk. You're buying sand and chalk with a hint of garlic flavor, but it gets worse. Garlic powder is commonly bulked with rice flour, cornstarch, undisclosed fillers. They don't have to list it if it's below a certain percentage. Your pure garlic powder is mostly filler with minimal actual garlic. Open your Spice & Co. garlic powder. Look at it. Pure white, completely uniform. Real garlic powder has slight color variation, cream to pale yellow. This is bleached white because it's been processed and filled until the garlic is a minority ingredient. Smell it. Barely smells like garlic. Faint. Chemical. Real garlic powder smells pungent and sharp. This smells like nothing because there's barely any garlic in it. Taste a pinch. Chalky. The texture is wrong. It coats your tongue. That's the anti-caking agents and fillers. Real garlic powder dissolves and delivers immediate garlic punch. This just sits in your mouth tasting of sand. Compare this to fresh garlic, or even quality garlic powder. The difference is shocking. You're paying $2 for chalk and rice flour dyed to look like garlic powder. $2. No garlic. Pure fraud. For budget shoppers buying Spice & Co., thinking you're getting decent value, you're consuming silicon dioxide, sand, and calcium silicate, chalk, with minimal actual garlic, bulked with undisclosed rice flour, while Woolworths profits from selling filler as spice. Woolworths house brand, mostly sand and chalk, barely garlic. Garlic powder fraud is nothing. The next brand is actively poisoning people. Number 8, Kiehl's curry powder, Sri Lankan import, sold in Asian grocers across Australia. Bright packaging, authentic positioning, cheap prices, $4 for a big packet. Here's the problem: imported spices, no Australian testing, no quality control, no oversight. Kiehl's curry powder comes from Sri Lanka. Spices are grown, processed and packaged there, then shipped to Australia. Zero testing for contamination, zero verification of safety. It just arrives and goes straight to retail shelves. Independent testing of Sri Lankan spices has found pesticide residues above safe limits. Lead contamination, chromium, heavy metals from contaminated soil and water. The farmers spray pesticides heavily. The processing facilities are questionable. The storage conditions allow mold growth. But here's what's truly terrifying: warehouse storage. These imported spices sit in warehouses for months, sometimes years. Insects infest them, rodent droppings contaminate them, mold grows, the spices go rancid, nobody checks, nobody tests, it just gets sold. Open your Kiehl's curry powder. Look at the color. Faded, dull. That's oxidation from sitting in storage too long. Fresh curry powder is vibrant. This looks dead. Smell it, musty, stale. There might be a faint curry smell underneath, but mostly it smells old and lifeless. That's rancid spices. The volatile oils have oxidized. What's left is contaminated powder. Taste a tiny amount. Bitter, no complexity, no layers, just bitter staleness. Fresh curry powder explodes with flavor. This tastes like dust. The cheap price should have been the warning. $4 for a large packet. Real, fresh, tested curry powder costs triple that. You're paying for imported contamination. Imported, untested, contaminated. For Australian families buying Kiehl's from Asian grocers, thinking you're getting authentic quality. You're consuming pesticide residues, potential heavy metal contamination, warehouse-aged rancid spices with possible insect/rodent contamination, completely untested. Sri Lankan import, no Australian testing, heavy metals and pesticides. 3 brands down, 7 more to go before we hit the absolute worst. If you're feeling sick about what's in your spice rack right now, good. You should be. Hit subscribe because what's coming next will make you check every single jar. At least you knew that was imported. The next brand, sold as Australian. Number 7, Coles brand paprika, red powder. Coles house brand. $3, used in hundreds of recipes, seems harmless. It's dyed artificially, illegally in some cases. Paprika is naturally red, but cheap paprika fades to brown-orange during processing and storage. To make it look vibrant and fresh, manufacturers add dyes. Sudan dyes, red dyes that are carcinogenic and banned for food use in most developed countries. Multiple paprika contamination scandals have rocked Europe. Sudan 1, Sudan 3, Sudan 4 found in paprika imports. From India, from China. These dyes cause cancer. They're banned, they're still being used. Australian testing is minimal. Spot checks occasionally catch contaminated batches. Most get through. Your bright red Coles paprika might be dyed with carcinogenic chemicals to make it look fresh. But Sudan dyes are just part of it. Brick dust. Yes, actual ground brick. It's red, it's cheap, it adds weight. Testing has found brick dust mixed into paprika imports. You're seasoning your food with construction materials. And then there's irradiation. Many imported spices are irradiated to kill bacteria. The radiation kills everything, including the volatile compounds that give spices flavor. Your paprika is sterile and flavorless. Open your Coles paprika. Look at the color, unnaturally bright red. Real paprika that hasn't been dyed fades slightly. This is vivid, too vivid. That's either Sudan dye or heavy processing with added coloring. Smell it. Barely smells like peppers. Faint. Chemical. Real paprika smells sweet and peppery. This smells processed. Taste it. Almost no flavor. Slightly bitter. No sweetness. No pepper character. Just colored powder that used to be paprika before processing destroyed it. $3 for dyed, irradiated, potentially brick dust contaminated powder. Not paprika. red poison. For home cooks using Coles paprika thinking you're adding authentic Hungarian flavor, you're consuming potentially Sudan-dyed powder, possible brick dust contamination, irradiated spice with zero flavor, while Coles profits from selling colored powder as spice. Coles house brand, potentially Sudan-dyed, brick dust found in paprika imports, fake color, real poison, but contamination. That's next. Number 6. McCormick ground turmeric. American brand. Global presence. Health food positioning. Golden milk. Anti-inflammatory. Wellness. Your turmeric contains lead, not accidentally, deliberately. Lead chromate is added to turmeric powder. It makes the yellow more vibrant. It adds weight. It's cheap. And it's poison. Multiple studies have tested turmeric brands. McCormick has been implicated. Lead levels above safe limits, sometimes 20 to 30 times higher than acceptable. You're sprinkling lead on your food, thinking you're adding anti-inflammatory spice. The health irony is crushing. People consume turmeric specifically for health benefits. Anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. They're doing everything right. Meanwhile, they're slowly accumulating lead in their bodies. Lead that damages the brain, the nervous system, the kidneys. Children are especially vulnerable. Parents making golden milk for their kids with contaminated turmeric are unknowingly lead poisoning them while thinking they're boosting immunity. McCormick has had recalls in the US, in the UK, for lead contamination. The recalls are quiet. The product disappears from shelves, then reappears months later. Consumers never know what happened. Go to your pantry, grab your McCormick turmeric, open it, look at the color, bright, almost neon yellow. Real turmeric is orangish yellow, earthy. This is too bright. That's lead chromate making it vivid. Smell it. The smell should be earthy and slightly peppery. If yours smells faint or chemical, it's been adulterated. Taste a tiny amount. It should be bitter and earthy. If it tastes metallic or off, that's contamination. The curcumin content, the compound that provides health benefits, is often lower than claimed. You're paying for curcumin percentages that don't exist, lead you didn't ask for, health benefits you're not getting. Health food, lead poisoning, corporate profit. For health-conscious adults using McCormick turmeric daily in golden milk, thinking you're reducing inflammation, you're consuming lead chromate added to boost color and weight, with curcumin levels lower than claimed, while McCormick quietly recalls contaminated batches. US brand with wellness positioning, lead chromate added, multiple recalls for contamination, lead in turmeric, bad. What's in number 5? Worse. Number 5, Herbies Spices Pre-Mixed Blends. Australian spice company. Artisan positioning, premium pricing, beautiful packaging, sold at specialty stores, $8 to $15 for small jars. It's factory powder in pretty packaging. Herbies positions itself as the quality Australian alternative to supermarket spices. The branding is sophisticated. The marketing emphasizes freshness and quality. The prices suggest premium product. Here's reality. Pre-ground spices, all of them, ground weeks or months before you buy them, completely oxidized. The volatile oils that give spices flavor evaporate within days of grinding. By the time Herbies grinds, packages, ships and sells their spices, they're already dead. But it gets worse. The blends, Ras El Hanout, Baharat, Garam Masala, these should contain expensive spices. Saffron, cardamom, long pepper. Herbies versions are mostly salt and cheap fillers with minimal expensive spices. Check the ingredients. Salt is often first or second. That means salt makes up the majority. You're paying $15 for salt and cumin with a sprinkle of cardamom. The markup is obscene, 500% or more. These blends cost maybe $2 to produce. They charge $15. You're paying for branding and packaging, not quality. Open any Herbies pre-ground spice, smell it, faint, flat. There should be intense aroma. This smells muted because it's been oxidized for months. Fresh ground spice smells explosive. This smells tired. Taste it. One-dimensional, bland. Pre-ground spices lose complexity. What's left after months of oxidation is flat flavor with no depth. Compare Herbies to buying whole spices and grinding fresh. The difference is devastating. You've been paying premium prices for stale powder, artisan label, factory powder, Australian betrayal. For home cooks buying Herbies, thinking Australian artisan means quality, you're consuming pre-ground oxidized spices. flavorless. Blends bulked with salt and fillers, paying 500% plus markup for packaging while actual spice content is minimal. Australian artisan positioning. Pre-ground stale powder. Blends mostly salt and filler. You thought Australian meant safe. Number 4 proves otherwise. Number 4, Clive of India Garam Masala. Heritage brand. Authentic Indian spices. Been around for decades. Trust built over generations. Contaminated. Salmonella multiple times. Clive of India has had recalls. Salmonella contamination in their garam masala, in their curry powders. The spices were processed in facilities with rodent infestation, bird droppings, insect contamination. Salmonella doesn't die in spices. It survives. You add contaminated spice to your curry. The heat might kill it, might not. You're gambling with food poisoning every time you use it. But salmonella is just what got caught. What about what didn't get caught? Aflatoxin. Mold produces aflatoxin, a potent carcinogen. Spices stored in humid conditions grow mold. The aflatoxin remains even after the visible mold is removed. Testing found aflatoxin in imported Indian spices. Clive of India sources from the same regions, the same processors, the same contaminated supply chains, the processing facilities, rodents, insects, bird droppings. This isn't occasional contamination. This is systematic failure of basic hygiene. Your authentic garam masala was processed in filth. Go grab your Clive of India garam masala. Open it carefully. Look inside. See any discoloration, any clumping? That's moisture damage. Possible mold. Smell it. Does it smell musty or off? That's contamination. The recalls were quiet. Product removed. New batches appear. No public warnings. No transparency. Consumers never knew they'd been buying salmonella-contaminated spices for months. Authentic packaging. Contaminated spices. Salmonella waiting. For families using Clive of India, thinking heritage brand means safety. You're consuming potentially salmonella-contaminated spices. Possible aflatoxin from mold. Processed in facilities with rodent/insect infestation. With recalls that were never properly publicized. Authentic Indian spice brand. Multiple salmonella recalls. Rodent-infested processing facilities. Salmonella in your spice rack. Lead in your turmeric. Sawdust in your herbs. Share this with your mum, your sister, anyone cooking with these brands thinking they're safe, because the top 3 are somehow even worse. Salmonella contamination, terrifying, but at least it was recalled. Number 3, still on shelves. Number 3, Spice Mountain pre-ground range. Boutique, sold at David Jones, specialty food stores, beautiful jars, premium positioning, $30 for 50 grams, luxury spices for serious cooks. Stale, completely stale. Spice Mountain pre-grinds everything, months before you buy it. The spices oxidize, the flavor dies. You're paying $30 for powder that's been dead since before it was packaged. Here's the markup scandal. Same sources as cheap brands. India, Vietnam, China, same suppliers, same processing, different packaging, 500% plus markup. You're paying for glass jars and marketing. The single origin claims are marketing. The direct relationships with farmers are fiction. Spice Mountain buys from the same commodity traders as everyone else. They just charge 10 times more. Open any Spice Mountain jar. Look at that packaging. Beautiful, premium. The spice inside? Dust, oxidized dust. Smell it? Faint. Where's the intensity? Where's the aroma? Dead, gone, oxidized weeks ago. Taste it. Nothing. Bland, flat. You paid $30 for this. Fresh ground spice from whole spices you bought for $5 would destroy this in flavor. The scam is the packaging. Customers see glass jars and premium placement. They assume quality. They're buying the same commodity spices as budget brands, just ground earlier. Oxidized longer, marked up obscenely. Serious cooks fall for this. They think price equals quality. It doesn't. It equals marketing budget, nothing more. $30, stale dust. You paid for a label. For serious home cooks buying Spice Mountain, thinking premium price means premium quality. You're consuming pre-ground oxidized spices, completely flavorless, sourced from same suppliers as cheap brands, paying 500% plus markup for packaging and marketing. Boutique positioning, $30 for 50 grams, pre-ground months ago, completely oxidized. $30 for stale dust is insulting. But what's coming next is criminal. Number 2, MasterFoods mixed herbs. Most common herb blend in Australia. In every pantry, on every pizza, in every pasta sauce. Your mum has it. You have it. It's sawdust. Read the ingredients carefully. Contains natural plant matter. That's code. Code for stems, twigs, leaves from wrong plants. Filler. Oregano is expensive, basil is expensive, thyme is expensive, manufacturers bulk it out. Olive leaves are cheap, they're green, they look similar when dried and ground. Mixed herbs is often 50% olive leaves. The herbs themselves, lowest grade, stems and stalks that should be discarded. Ground into powder, mixed with olive leaves, sold as mixed herbs. Open your MasterFoods mixed herbs. Look at it. Green powder, uniform. Real dried herbs have texture variation. Leaf pieces, stem pieces. This is powder, industrial powder. That's everything ground together. Stems, leaves, filler, everything. Smell it. Generic green smell. Not distinctly oregano or basil or thyme, just generic herb. That's because it's mostly not herbs, it's filler. Taste it. Bitter, flat, no complexity. Real mixed herbs deliver layers. Oregano's peppery bite, basil's sweetness, thyme's earthiness. This tastes like green bitterness. That's stems and olive leaves. Compare this to buying dried oregano, basil and thyme separately, crushing them fresh. The difference is shocking. You've been using sawdust thinking it's herbs. Your mum used this. Fed you this. She didn't know. Mars never told her. They still haven't told you. Mixed herbs, mostly sawdust. Mars laughing. For home cooks using MasterFoods. Mixed herbs thinking you're adding Italian flavor. You're sprinkling stems, olive leaf filler, and natural plant matter. Wrong plants. While Mars profits from selling sawdust as herbs. Most common herb blend in Australia contains olive leaf filler, mostly stems and wrong plants. Sawdust and olive leaves. That's fraud. But the number 1 brand? Pure betrayal. Number 1, the Spice Tailor Curry Kits. Premium curry kits. Beautiful packaging. Authentic Indian. Health food stores. $15 to $20 per kit. 2 servings. Made in Manchester. Not India. Made in UK factories from the cheapest contaminated imports available. The branding is Indian. The story is Indian. The marketing is Indian. The product? British industrial curry made from commodity spices sourced from wherever's cheapest. The spice sachets contain natural flavorings. That's MSG, yeast extract, chemical flavor enhancers. Not spices. The curry pastes contain palm oil and preservatives. Not authentic, not healthy. Industrial curry wearing authentic costume. You're paying $20 for 2 servings. That's $10 per serving. For industrial curry paste with MSG and cheap spices, you could make authentic curry from scratch for $2 using real spices. The authentic recipes from grandmothers are fiction. The traditional methods are lies. This is factory food designed by food scientists in Manchester to appeal to British and Australian palates. Nothing authentic about it. Open a Spice Tailor kit. Read every ingredient. Vegetable oil, palm oil. Yeast extract, MSG. Natural flavorings, more MSG. Preservatives, thickeners. This is processed food wearing Indian costume. The spices are the cheapest available, likely the same contaminated imports from the same questionable suppliers, ground months ago, oxidized, flavorless, bulked with MSG to create intensity. You trusted this, paid premium, thought you were buying authentic Indian food. You bought British factory curry with marketing so good you never questioned it. Authentic India, made in Manchester, you bought the lie. For health-conscious families buying Spice Tailor thinking you're getting authentic Indian meals, you're consuming UK-manufactured industrial curry, cheapest contaminated spice imports, MSG and yeast extract labelled as natural flavourings, palm oil and preservatives, paying $20 for 2 servings of factory food. Authentic Indian premium positioning, made in UK factories, MSG-loaded industrial curry. Go check your pantry right now. Look at every spice jar, every herb blend, every curry kit. Most of it is contaminated, adulterated, fake. Clean brand number 2, the essential ingredient, whole spices. The Essential Ingredient is an Australian retailer with locations in Sydney and Melbourne. They sell whole spices only, not pre-ground, whole. You can see what you're buying. Transparent sourcing from verified suppliers. Quick turnover means fresh stock. The spices are tested, the quality is monitored. $8 to $15 for 50 grams of whole spices. Expensive compared to supermarket powder, but you're paying for actual spices that haven't been sitting in warehouses for years. Buy whole, store properly, grind fresh when cooking. The flavor difference is extraordinary. Real cinnamon quills that smell like heaven. Whole cumin that toasts and releases actual cumin flavor. Whole coriander seeds that taste like citrus and earth. This is what spices are supposed to be. Available in store and online. Clean brand number 1. Buy whole, grind fresh / grow your own. Find specialty spice shops, not chains. Independent merchants who source directly and can answer questions about origin and testing. Buy whole spices only, never pre-ground. Invest in a spice grinder or mortar and pestle. Grind fresh for each recipe. The flavor is incomparably better, or grow your own herbs. Basil, oregano, thyme, parsley, grow in pots on your balcony, harvest fresh, dry properly, store in glass jars, complete control, zero contamination, zero corporate fraud. This is how humans use spices for thousands of years before industrial processing destroyed everything. Know your source. See the whole spice, grind it fresh. That's the only way to guarantee purity. 10 brands, 10 ways you've been poisoned while trying to flavor your family's food. Coumarin in cinnamon, lead in turmeric, Sudan dyes in paprika, sawdust in herbs, salmonella in garam masala, MSG in curry kits. Every jar in your spice rack is suspect. The spice industry is broken. No testing, no accountability. Cheap imports flood Australian shelves. Contaminated, adulterated, fake. Corporate brands exploit trust. Premium brands charge luxury prices for the same contaminated garbage. Buy whole spices, grind fresh, or grow your own. It's the only way to know what you're actually consuming. Next week, Australian breakfast cereals. Sugar bombs marketed as nutrition for children. Comment below. Which brand did you have? Share this. Your mum needs to know. Your mates need to know. Anyone still using MasterFoods thinking Mars cares about their health? Subscribe. Every week, every aisle, every lie. Go check your spice rack.